Alrighty. We're just now getting fired up. We just now got everybody in. Go figure, technical issues, but we'll be short a couple. But yeah, a little bit of a late start. So I'm just gonna get us started up here super quick in a minute here. So with that being said, I'm gonna round them up, get them ready to roll. Shouldn't take that long, maybe like a minute. And we're just gonna hit the good old floor running here. So let's get this bad boy started, shall we? We shall. All right, we are up and running. So who wants to do some recapping for some inspiration and uh
Question. Does anybody eat super spicy food?
That's inspiring. Guess not.
Well, I'm having some Korean noodles that are like hot. Well, they're not like they're super extra hot ones, but they're hot.
Hmm? All right. Well, if nobody's doing a recap, let's just jump in. I think everybody's
Wait.
AFK.
Where did we start? We started fighting something. Okay, wait. We just so we started after a battle from the 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 lizard thing, and we decided to go back in after a rest because the storm was only halfway through, and we decided to go back in. And in that, we ran into a I failed my sneak, and the thing saw me. So we fought like a modified version of a creature we might know. So demon version. And we were able to dispatch that. And I think after that, we ended up pushing on, and somebody ran into some huge thing. And we were running the other way from that big entity that was just wanting to eat. So then we ended up causing um, another fight while the thing is still eating. It's eating the carcass of the thing I think we killed. And we're kind of caught in the middle of something up here that we just found out about, and a big thing that wants to eat us probably.
Maybe.
That's a quick rundown.
Well, that's a quicker rundown than anybody else did, so enjoy your inspiration. The TLDR, Cliff Notes.
Eh,
Eh?
I heard words, but they didn't make sense.
I'm back. I had to
What words?
go
I
to the
don't
kitchen.
know. I'm really not feeling good. I'm trying. I'm here to whack things. That's all.
I said we killed a weird modified version, demon version of something we might know. That was a 3-headed item. After I failed my sneak, and then we pushed on after that, found something that just wanted to eat, and we got scared, started running away.
Tyler
It
randomly
ended
makes
up running
giant.
into our carcass. But in the meantime, Kalia had run into something trying to sneak around. And that's where we are now.
Yep. We've successfully split the party. And
And
I
I
don't
don't think
think
Kaido
we
or Price know
necessarily-
you guys are in trouble right now.
well, we don't know we're in trouble right now. Like,
That's
these tokens appeared on the map, and then it's like, roll for initiative next time. See you later. So we don't know how dangerous this is. We have no gauge of it. Like,
Yeah.
it just happened like seconds ago before the credits rolled, right?
How are you gonna deal with the Kalia being surrounded thing when Kalia's not here?
She fades into the shadows.
Well, that's the easy part. Anyway,
Okay. Oh, Kaido and Price don't know anything's really wrong at the moment.
oh, you do, because remember you were the one that yelled out to the party like, "Hey, look out, things coming!" When it shoved you out of the way.
Well, as far as Kaido also knows, that thing's now blocking the path because he didn't know there was another path. He never saw it. I only know it's there out of character because of the whole you drag the square thing. You can see more than that. I'm a terrible person, I know. So he knows that there's no getting around to his knowledge. And he knows they're probably all smart enough to get out of the way like he shouted. So I don't know, Price, what would these two be thinking? Price.
Well, we were at like we were, yeah,
We
like,
did find a
you
little
were saying.
path thing, I think.
Huh?
Like a little thing where we could step into another area.
Yeah. This, I guess, on the side to our right is a dead end, but it looks like we could go up. So I think that's kind of, we were either going to try and follow that thing, which didn't seem like a good idea,
Mhm.
or go up this way.
Alright, since we have the same turn, do you want picked up and I move?
What's that?
Do you want to lift? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Alright,
Our current one, or is that the previous one?
what?
Our combat tracker has initiatives, but I don't
That's
remember.
what we rolled right before session ended.
Yep.
Okay.
So Price climbs up.
Yeah.
That's a very
And then
sizable,
probably
nasty creature that wants meat. Meat.
trying to
To
look around and
7.
just see what there is here.
So
I can't see
basically,
much if
you'd
there's
get a
on top of
movement.
it.
You get to move in action because time is slowed down right now.
10, 20, 30, 20.
All right.
Oh.
And Price is with
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
So you're just sprinting through this cave area.
Well, he's walking slowly because we're not in a rush that we know of.
Mm-hmm. Still moved in relative terms.
I'm
10.
at 50 feet right now.
Yeah, that's
I-
almost as much as somebody can run at their maximum movement. So you're
I
not going
still
slow.
have 30 more though.
Yes. So essentially, you're not exactly moving slowly either.
Well, no, he just doesn't exactly move slowly. This is why he has the first one in a ride.
Mm-hmm. and speed doesn't always mean good. So
Yeah,
you get to make me a dexterity saving throw
I do.
as you feel a bunch of the stone beneath you just give way
Hold on.
and just collapse in to a pit.
Is it both of us or just Kaito?
Well, it's gonna be both of you to. Well, it's gonna be. Let's see. So it would be Kaido right now because Kaido, you're on Kaido's back. So the first things first is order of operations. So it would be Kaido.
Okay.
Would you say this is a effect I can see? Like I can see that it's giving way.
Let's see. What is your passive perception?
Good. I have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects I can see. That's what I'm asking.
Oh no, you wouldn't be seeing this probably. Perception of +4. Give me a perception check.
Hmm.
Nope, you wouldn't have seen it. And so it's the situation
Oh, no.
where you're moving forward and it just kind of feels like the stonework beneath
Well,
your
that's an
hooves.
ability check. That's not a saving throw. I clicked the wrong thing. That's the saving throw. My bad. Slightly better.
Same result. Um,
Slightly better.
you feel the stone just give way under your hooves, where
Mhm.
you just step there, and it's you don't really have a lot of time to really think on it or analyze
Mhm.
anything before it just crumbles beneath you, and you fall
Uh-oh.
into a pit.
Uh-oh. How deep of a pit?
Let's see. Considering, would you have dropped your torch? Because you don't really kind of know how deep of a pit it is if you can kind of see it. I say with the 10, you'd probably be able to not. Yeah, 10's like in the mid area, so you'd still have your torch. You'd still have Price on your back. But you stumble, and it just kind of seems like you fall about. Let's see, a good 30 feet, which is only 2d6. Yeah, it's 2d6,
Do I
not
need to roll
3d6.
2d6s or?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Unless. For 8 damage as you fall and you just. You're not used to the long jumps in the opposite direction. So you stumble and fall to your side. And I'll let Price also make a dexterity saving throw.
Um, would he still take damage if he's on my back? Is he
It
kind
depends
of
on
like
if he
along?
can hold on, which he does not.
That would be strength. I don't know if he would do strength anymore.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Well. Yeah. And Price, you also take 10 points of fall damage. As you both just hit like another stone, you just hit the ground, and it's just this pit of emptiness. And it just kind of seems like the ground was hollowed out, like it doesn't seem like it was crafted, right? It just seems like there was this almost The best way to describe it is like almost like maybe a sinkhole, but it's not as it doesn't have that same like cone shape to it. It's more just like maybe water drained in here a long time ago and hollowed out a small portion of this cave, weakening this. So when you fell in, it's not like a perfectly hewn shaped box like somebody's trapping you in here. It's just a natural formation. So the walls that you can kind of look at the sides with your torchlight and your dark visions, it just looks like it's all natural cave, but you know, it was a little bit of a tumble. But you still have an action. And basically you both fall prone.
The stand up is usually half your movement, right?
Yep.
What if you've used half of your movement already?
Then you can't stand up.
Because Jason, why you get around that? Um. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know what we should do, Price.
I guess yeah. Price hasn't used movement, so
Nope, Price hasn't used any of his turn.
yeah, Price would stand up. And you said it's about 30 feet.
Yep. Probably the furthest you've fallen in a long time.
Let's see. I don't really have a spell or anything that will help here.
I mean, if Kaido can get to his feet, he can use his action to like full send you up there.
True.
But that would mean using your action to help me up because I can't do it on my own right now. So I don't think I can like use my action to dash to stand up, and then I wouldn't be able to throw you anyway. Because we could tie a rope around you, then full send you up there and hope you make purchase.
Yeah. We can do that.
But that's gonna rely heavily on a good throw on my end.
Yeah, I guess
Gnome grappling hook.
using my action, could I aid Kaido in standing up?
Yeah, so yeah. Because I'd probably
Alright, cool.
like how we were describing before, like you can push an ally, but it takes half your move, or you know, it costs double your movement and what have you.
All right, so yeah, if I could use, I guess, half my movement to stand up, and then maybe the other half of my movement plus my action to try and help Kaido up. Yeah, and I guess if the plan is to see if I can get up and like I have a rope. Well, let's make sure. I think I have rope. Yeah, I have 50 feet of rope. So if you just toss me up there, I could tie rope to something and drop the rope down for you. Maybe that'll help you pull yourself out.
All right.
So, what do you think? You want to throw me?
Tie a rope around you first. I'll use my rope to tie around him and then chuck the gnome. You ready?
see, just like Price is just kind of like he's like crouched down a little bit, trying to be like a little aerodynamic, and his cloak is just like fluttering behind him in the wind, or not in the wind, but
All right, it'll
in
be
the
an
lack of wind.
athletics check to try to throw him right.
Yep.
Check the gnome. Hey!
So toss a gnome. You yeet him up and out of the pit, leaving you and you alone in this, well, somewhat illuminated pit as your torch is still lit.
Well, we did tie a rope around him, so there is rope now, but I know I don't have an action to try to climb out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make it? Because he's 30 feet up. I don't know if the torch goes that far up.
Nope. A torch is 20, I believe.
Oh, yeah, so he doesn't know if he made it up. For all he knows, there's like a price splat somewhere up above where he can't see. Price?
Like, did you make it? A couple of seconds later, he just comes falling back down.
Oh, God.
You threw me straight up.
I would hope not. Not with the
Actually,
25.
Thank you for the idea. So, Price,
Oh, God.
feel free to give me an athletics check with advantage because Kaido rolled really well to see if you can, like, catch yourself.
Okay. Just bounce off a rock.
Oh, no.
Is it athletics?
Yes.
No grapple hook. Hey.
No, I should have said acrobatics, but that mean you pass anyway. Just, both are applicable. So you managed to get
-1.
you manage to, as you get tossed up out of the pit, and I'd probably imagine you have one fist like in your like sort of like over your chest, and one fist out, like you're flying like Superman.
Yeah.
And you manage to grab onto like a pretty sturdy, not really boulder, but a pretty decent like stone. Let's say you grab onto like a stalagmite
Okay.
and hold
Yeah.
on.
I guess, Kaito, would you have thrown me back the way we came? Or would you have thrown me up like over here?
Probably whatever direction you would have guided him to. So your preference.
Well, because I was thinking if I almost think we should keep going forward because we're kind of stuck if we try and go back, or we're gonna run into
As
that
far
big
as we
dude. As
know,
far
yeah.
as exactly.
So yeah, he would have checked in whatever direction you'd want because you see better than he does at night and in dark. I think you have night vision.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Yeah. So yeah, he
So,
would have
yeah.
checked in whatever direction you wanted him to.
Probably on this side. And yeah, so he's grabbing hold of this stalagmite, and Kaido will probably just hear a faint holler. I'm okay. Try and climb up when you can.
All right. And that's us. Wait,
All right.
you're going to have to tie that rope somewhere. I could get all of him.
I just can't right now.
Yeah. Next turn.
Yeah, that would be like a use action. Max. Everybody, you guys just ducked out of the other hallway. This big old thing just came barreling through.
Collie's gonna be on in a minute.
All right. That works.
So what are we seeing? Nice.
So you are seeing.
Because I do
Based on
have a
your
lamp,
vision.
and then I have the shades that give me the dark vision for 60 feet. So I do see them, but it is dimmed. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, with the thing, I should be able to see
Sorry.
what they are. Yeah.
Price and Kaido were up there, but they haven't really moved
Because I can see
anywhere.
dim is bright, right? And the light
Do
would
this.
shine dim light past 20 feet, right?
This is how often my party splits.
20, and then from here. Yeah, I should be able to see that.
Yeah, so you would see the walls like it's almost like a in some weird sort of way, almost like a phantasmal aspect, maybe something ethereal, something unnatural. It's kind of wavy. There's not really a silhouette of a person as much as it is a shifting shadow. And you see two of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what that means. Like this just it's not like a species. It's not like a monster. It's more like if it's just like a shifting shadow, shadows happen all the time. I think at most I would just walk up with the lantern out and just like squinting. If I move the light, does the shade change at all?
It does
So
not.
should we call you Squintin' Tarantino from now on?
Hola. Are you back? Are you playing?
Hola. Yeah, I worked until I just could not anymore. So I'm like, oh hey, I can still join.
All right, we
So
just got
hi.
to the part where we're about to die.
Excellent. Happy to help. Help us not die, I should be clear. Ideally. Oh yeah. The spooky wall shadows. The wall galaxies.
It's not the wall itself, right? It's just this the shadow, the Peter
Shadow,
Pan
yeah.
style, no longer
Mhm.
attached, but it has stars in it.
And where the way you described it to me last week was that like the air looked like it was kind of like deformed around it, like a shape in space. I guess cubed confirmed for me would be kind of like a glassy kind of camouflage kind of effect. That kind of a shifting of the air.
Yeah, it's once you
Okay.
basically are standing right next to
Mhm.
like they from a distance, right? Like in dim light, they look very just sort of shadowy, but then once you're up close and like right next to them, it's a lot more clear.
Some obvious creatures.
I'm gonna look back at Bald and just be like, "All right, so I think we're just gonna have to handle this diplomatically." As I bend down and grab a rock and throw it at the closest one.
All right, give me an attack roll, and you're not proficient with rock.
I'm proficient with improvised weapons. No, I'm not.
Oh, I know. You ain't slick.
Uh,
What are you missing?
um. All right. Well, since it's ranged, I imagine this would just be roll 1d20, no proficiency, and adding dexterity.
Yes. Range attack. Yep.
That's +2. That was the warning shot. And then I have extra attack,
Hmm. You throw
so
another rock.
I'm gonna throw one at the other one, and then just be like, and this one's a warning shot for whoever's over there too.
All right. So you do 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think you could still add. I think normally stuff like this is 1 damage, but
Yeah, I'm not
we'll
trying
just
to
do
like
plus dex, I
murder
guess.
somebody. I'm just chunking a rock. And then hands on hips, I'm gonna be like, and there's a lot more where that came from. This whole cave is practically built on rocks.
I have unlimited ammo here.
uh, do they say anything or respond in any way? Do they act like they've been hurt by this rock, or does it just like bounce off?
Well, something happens. So, as you chunk this rock at this one on the left, they both become a lot more active. Like the edges of the shadows start to shift and get all wobbly wobbly. And as such, activation. So Kalia, I need to see the DC real quick.
Follow.
Get space and vice versa. You can move through space and narrows an inch. Okay. What the hell is it? What's a DC? Eh. Eh. Interesting. Okay, so this thing just the glassy, like the shadowy aspect of it just quickly begins to shift, and it just moves into Kalia's space.
Uh-oh.
For the first time on a turn, the other creature must. So you get to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Do better than a 10.
Cool. As a
All right.
dodge.
Okay. Doesn't
Okay.
actually. Oh, nice.
Well, and does it go then back to its own space?
Nope.
Oh, is it? It's in. Okay, it's in my space.
Yep.
Hmm.
So it is moved towards you, and it's just sort of, trying to encapsulate you. But it doesn't seem like any of the other weird shadowy stuff you've dealt with. There's no tendrils, there's no face, there's no silhouette. It's just darkness, like a weird, just darkness moving to encaps. Almost, actually, imagine like smoke, right? Like it's not like whipping out at you. It's not attacking you. It's just moving around you.
Okay. So it's not attacking me, but it's just kind of swirling around me, kind of a thing, or
Yep.
okay. Huh. Well. Let's see. Where do I want to go? Well, since everybody else is kind of over here, oh man, part of me is really tempted to try and. Oh, where do I want to go? Hold on. Okay. One sec. All right. Well, I am just going to kind of jump out of the way. And just so happen to, I mean, I'm not really thinking, I'm just kind of moving. So I'm going to move back a little bit. And then let's see, where's my thing here? I can use my cunning action to disengage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And move back a little bit. So I'm going to kind of hook that way a little bit. Be like, oh gosh. And I'll holler as I'm walking away, be like, careful. These guys are really getting up close and personal. I won't yell loud, just saying it loud enough that they can hear me on the other side of it. I don't really want to attack yet because it's not trying to hurt me. I don't know what they are, but let's see. I would like to check and see if I can gain any insight as to if they mean me harm or not.
Let's see here. They even have. Do they mean you harm? This is a very interesting situation. No.
No question mark?
Yeah,
So
there's
there's
just
like,
something so foreign about, like,
okay.
you're just not sure.
So like, even from my time in the Feywild, I wouldn't be able to relate to their intentions.
So I'd say like intention, they just seem like they want to surround you.
Okay.
Is a very,
Um,
very unique creature here. So
hmm.
yeah, very interesting.
Hmm. Well, they're not meaning me any harm. I would like to try and speak to them in Sylvan. And ask like, "Hey there, friend. Uh, please don't swallow me whole. But can can my friends pass by you? Do you understand me?"
There is no response.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna hang out here and let's see. Yeah, I will end my turn and wait here. I'm gonna just keep, or I guess let's see. Could I hold my other action?
Uh, no, because
Okay,
yeah,
then and then I'll
'cause-
end my turn. No worries.
yeah, because you wouldn't be able to hold that. All right. So then, Vol, you being as close as you are to that thing, can hear the sounds of flesh being torn, bones being crunched on. But luckily, you're around the corner to not see whatever it is going on.
Mhm. Oh, I think he had some connection issues. He's reconnecting.
Oh, boom, 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 wow.
Give him just a minute. He's having computer problems today.
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes.
Yas.
Well,
While
while
we
he's
wait.
doing that, I will let's see.
Oh, there he is.
I'll let somebody roll me a d20. Just a flat d20. All right.
And Kaito, thanks for rallying and joining us. Yeah.
So they're not. Those aren't hostile or attacking us, right?
No.
They're just
They
moving
just
into
want
people's
to hug me.
squares.
Yeah. They just want to get close to us for unknown reasons.
Okay. So let me do the mint thingy. This thing? No, this thing. Did that work?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to move. It's my turn, right?
Yep. If you disconnected, like if you lost connection while you're in the game, just you probably want to refresh your browser.
Okay, it's loading.
Yeah, the game won't auto reconnect you.
I'll move there. And then okay.
All right.
And my turn.
Okie dokie. End of turn. Let's have a roll off. So Vald and Max, just give me a raw d20, and whoever gets lower, the things is going after. Yeah, that's a 17 for Max.
Why does it like I try to type the thing? I click on the thing.
There he goes.
And, oh,
5. Now try and end its turn in that square. So Vald, you can give me a dexterity saving throw and get a 10 or better.
let's put my character sheet up again. Dexterity saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
That's a 4.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right, a 21. So you see this thing just move towards you. Maybe even like kind of trailing the wall a bit, just following the contours of the stonework, and eventually it does surround you. And you can it almost feels like there's this pull, like something's pulling you somewhere else. However, with through your inspiration, you've managed to resist. And then how are you using the inspiration to resist being pulled somewhere?
Well, I channel my smaller, older, or younger self to lower my center of gravity so I'm harder to move.
All right. Then the other one is just there. That was the end of turn. Kaido.
All right. Price and I able to move again at the time, yeah.
Yep.
Price gonna secure the rope somewhere. Sorry.
He's dying.
Yeah, so I guess if we were kind of
Okay,
going
I'm
at the
dying.
same time, Price would he's got this rope tied around him. So I
Yep.
guess he's gonna like position himself on the other side of this sort of stalagmite rock structure. And I guess I can myself like there roughly? Maybe that right. I don't know how big this pit is.
Question is how much rope do you have? Because mind you, it has to be at least 30 feet of rope, just because of the depth of the drop,
Yeah.
and then enough rope to be able to tie off enough for both people. So if you only got 30 feet of rope, then you might not be able to make this work.
So Kaito, I don't know what Kaito had, but Kaito apparently tied rope around Price before throwing him.
It's got a
Price
50
has
foot hempen rope.
okay, because yeah, Price has 50 foot as well. So we should
Okay.
have the amount of length to actually have rope get all the way down there.
Oh yeah, he said it's only 30 feet deep.
Yeah, so Price is gonna kind of position himself on the other side of this like stalagmite thing, and kind of basically having the rope wrap around it, even though it's still tied to him. It's just kind of an anchor point slightly. and then he's just gonna hold on to this thing. So it's tied to him. It's kind of, you know, the stress, I guess, of the line is more or less wrapped around this rock fixture, and then yeah, I guess the rest of the rope's just kind of dangling down into this pit.
All right. Do I have to roll anything for a attempt to climb out?
Yep, you're gonna need to give me an athletics with advantage because you're being aided.
Really? That's it, guys?
All right, so with a 15, a 9 and an 8. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So with a 15, Price, you feel the tension of the rope, like it gets really like taut, and you can see the rope tightening around because you did a wrap around the stalagmite, right? Like a single wrap and you're on the other side kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you can see the tension of the rope just digging into the stone, not necessarily like, you know, grinding it or anything, but you definitely like it's a strain, and you can even feel yourself starting to get pulled with it, like pulled closer and closer to the stalagmite, and you know, like you know when there's something that spins really fast and it's like wrapped around something, like you could swear you feel like if Kaido doesn't pull himself up very quickly, like you're gonna lose your footing and just get flung around this thing like a like a rope in a like a centrifuge or
like a tether
something.
ball.
Yeah, you feel like you're gonna get tetherballed, but at the last second before you're straining hard too. Like you are a small creature. Kaito
Yeah.
is a medium
The
creature,
thick boy.
so be able to get out of the hole.
Okay. Does that count as 30 movement to get up there, correct?
So that was climbing. So that would be basically like double your like double.
Okay, so that was 60. Sorry, 20 movement. He's gonna go slower this time, but get over to Price. You're good.
Oh, you can see Bryce is like sweating.
Oh no. You wanna lift then? We'll go a lot slower this time.
Oh,
Promise.
yeah. He's like undoing the rope, and he's like
Yeah.
coiling it back up just to hand it back.
Alright, then he'll put it back away. Alright. Up. Careful.
All right. So coiling up rope and all that stuff would be in action.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. So that was Kaito and Price. Kalia, you see these shifting shadows drift along the wall towards Vold, and basically just do to him try to do to him what it did to you, to the same effect of nothing happening. So, what is Kalia doing? You're muted, by the way.
Yep. Yeah. So I rolled Arcana to see if I at all recognize it or anything.
With a 12, no idea.
I don't know. Let's see.
Mouse, there we go.
I mean, it's not hurting us per se, but then again, definitely trying to grab us. Don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, excuse me. Oh man. Well, let me see here. I'm gonna move over here and offhand my soul blade at it. Just a little little warning shot here. Like, hey now, consent is key. And I didn't hear him say okay. Keep your wisps to yourself.
All right, that would hit.
Hmm. Does it take the damage?
It seems like you hit it.
All right. Like, we're not here to hurt you, but we will defend ourselves.
Damn it. No, I said minus. Damn it. -6, not. Ugh. Minus. There we go. All right. Is that all you want to do?
Can I hold? And I can't hold my action, my other action, because
Nope.
I'll attack if. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and hold my action for now, or I'll end my turn here for now and do a full attack next round if I need to.
All right. Max.
What is this thing doing?
It's just sitting there, unbothered.
I'm gonna put my hands up in the air just to show that I'm not doing anything, and then I'm gonna take a step. I'm taking another step. Is it doing anything?
Nope.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my action to dash. So that was 10. That means I can go 40 plus 30 is 70. So I'm gonna go right there.
I'm going to need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as you're crossing the path.
Yep.
If something happens right here.
You can pull me back. Yeah.
And let me unhide a token. Boop. There's another
Well,
one.
then I'm not using my action to dash if I can't use it. Let's see, dexterity saving throw.
Get above a 10. 10 or better.
I'm gonna crit.
You
Tickle
did
fell.
indeed crit.
It's a wrong kind of crit, Max.
Actually, I have inspiration. I'm gonna use that, and we're gonna try this again. All right. Well,
yeah,
I quit.
you did indeed crit. I mean, you did call it.
This is crazy. All right. What happens?
Unless anybody else wants to give it inspiration, you can't roll lower than that. I know that pain all too well. 2 more and you'll be up to my record. All right.
Oh, I have one if you need it, but unless you want to roll with it and see what happens.
I have good health, so I think
Okay.
I'll hold it for now and hope
Okay.
I don't regret it.
Good luck.
Well, about that. So I'll just keep your token here so you can still see the map. But so yeah. All right. So you run into this thing and run through it just like face first. It's almost like running through like a wall of water. And as you do so, you suddenly you're in a you blink, like not even a blink, right? You're just in this room. And in this room is, let me get the description. Da, 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 da. Description. I need description. Basically, you are in a stone room. It's about. It's just like this really small room that just barely fits you as a medium creature. There it is. Never mind.
Is that fair?
Scratch that. So it's about 30 feet in every dimension, every direction. So you're basically in a 30-foot stone box. And, I mean, you just got in here, so
Can I try to walk backwards?
there is nothing behind you. You're in a box.
I want to walk through the box.
And you slam your face into a stone cold wall. There are no exits. There is no decoration. There is nothing except you're just stuck in a stone box.
I'm gonna squint, looking around, and just say, "All right, so how am I supposed to put these stupid tokens on the ley lines or whatever? If you got me trapped in a box, like a little assistance would be appreciated."
There is no response. There's no
All right,
echo.
I'll end my turn there.
Let me just give like a... Let me just put some on your token just so I can remember. Don't forget. We'll use
You could remove it if you want, because I could just drag my mouse across the floor and it'll let me see. Ish.
well, I'd pretty much just need some kind of a token to remind me of a condition stuff.
Okay.
Let's just, I don't know, none of these really apply, so let's just go with invisible condition. There we go.
That works.
And that happened on your turn. So you still have an action. Like you only really move like what, 10 feet? You're about to start dashing forward and just felt like you ran through a wall of like water, like jello or something, and then you blink and now you're stuck in a 30-foot stone room.
I'm good for now.
Okay.
I think in a span of 6 seconds, that's enough of a shocking thing that I really wouldn't think to do anything.
All right. So Vold, checking to see if it's on your turn or it's at the first time on a turn. On a turn. I'm just gonna go with on its turn. Okay, so Vold, what are you doing?
Well, this thing coming for me, so I'm going to hit it. The
It's so funny
okay.
that Max was like, "I'm gonna roll a crit," and I was like, "You do realize there's 2 crits?" That was funny. Unfortunate, but funny. Crit in the wrong direction.
I'm going to use this.
And yeah, I'd say you managed to hit on a crit.
Wow. Must be nice.
15. Is that critical damage? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Significant damage. Apply. All right, so you slash into the shadows, and it's like It's like waving smoke around. Like you're swinging your long sword, and you're just like dispersing the shadows and the smoke, and you know it's still there, but it's a lot clearer, I guess, with more translucent, see-through-y.
Mm-hmm.
It has less bulk, I guess, best way to put it. So that's one attack. Or was that both? No, that was one. And that's all
I
you
only
get,
get
right?
one attack. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just with Eldritch Blast. Okay. You staying where you are?
Yeah, I can just wait. It didn't attack me when I ran past the last time. No attack or opportunity. I'm gonna run away then.
All right. So, end of turn. Somebody roll me a d20. But not Kali because she rolled last time. Let's give somebody else a chance. So, let's do somebody else roll a d20. I want to give everybody a chance to do so. Vol, a 7. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. See, I was gonna go down the list like, all right, everybody roll me a d20. Everybody can potentially make things go well or not well. And okay. Which brings us back up to top of the order of Kaido and Price.
Alright, Bryce, you want me to continue down the hall?
I'll just put Monty down there.
All right, sorry, what'd you say?
Would Price want Kaido to continue down the hall? And I assume you're on his back again, I think.
Yeah. I can't really see much. I guess we're going this way.
Alright, again, may I ask how far I'm allowed to move without having to risk falling in another hole? What?
I mean, you could go as far as you want. You don't know if there's any other holes or not.
Okay, that's fair. He would be going slower though, so how far would you say slow would be, Price? He doesn't want to fall in another hole.
That's up to you guys.
I'm asking him, you're not answering me again. There's Tommy. Michigan can move about 30. There's 30.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Eh?
I don't know if you can see.
Not really.
Well,
This is not gonna
it's
go well
it's
for them.
opening up here.
Is that good?
It's a fact.
If they don't regroup quickly.
I guess that's fair. Want me to go down careful? I
Well,
feel like this is
just
slightly down.
maybe like one step at a time, just so we don't run into something.
Why do that? Don't answer that. uh, can you see anything yet? Did you see better than me?
Well, it looks like it looks like we could go off to the left, which might kind of bring us back to everybody else. But then off to the right, there's an opening, and then maybe something straight ahead. We're kind of at a crossroads.
Is that a light down there? He's gonna point down in that direction.
I think so.
We'll have a
Let's
land.
run down
Max
there
had
then.
one. Okay. Why have I moved? I lost count. Where were we?
Uh-oh.
Was I knew it was over 30. I think we're at 40.
Let's see. If you hit Control Z, it'll backtrack. You're moving.
That's why you're not answering me. Because Z is my toggle to mute. And I was like, I was saying so much, and everyone was being silent. So I'm like, wait a second. Let me repeat that. Are you sure you want me to run, Price?
Well, I mean, you could walk. We're going the same
That's fair.
place, though.
Okay. Fingers crossed we don't implode again. Thought he would have walked that. I just don't want to sit there and move him inch by inch.
Oh, I can see something.
I sort of see something.
That's not
What is
anyone I know.
that? No. The question is, do we U-turn?
So you see some undulating shadows and Max's lamp on the ground.
Wait.
Because you were carrying a lamp, right? Not a torch.
Correct.
Oh, that's probably not good.
Should we go? Should we do something? You have any ideas?
um,
Can you shoot shadows?
I don't know.
Want me to try? Should I? I don't know. What's going on down there? What do you think, Bryce?
How much is it's half movement to jump off, kind of?
Dismount.
All right. I'm going to go over here. I still don't see anybody.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, invisible conditions
Oh.
apt for this.
Oh, I don't have it. I guess, can I do some sort of check to see if I have any idea what this is?
Mm-hmm. You can give an Arcana check.
Right.
$18. All right. So, looking at this thing, and how it's moving, how it's constructed, how it's functioning. It's kind of funny how you of all people would know it, have an idea what this is. Maybe you heard it through roaming merchants. When you traded your wagon to some certain folks about, um, maybe a scholar. We'll say like you came across a scholar who told you about these weird constructs that have a tendency. They're essentially constructs that are like living spells, and they're not dangerous in the sense of um, a monster would try and eat you or smash you into the ground or you know do any bodily harm. They're dangerous in that if they move into your square and you are caught unaware, they will pull you into an extra dimensional pocket and you are stuck there. Let's see, with the 18, yeah, I give you more information. So you would also know that you if you destroy the construct, whatever was inside the chamber is essentially just spit out. And you probably would have heard about a scholar who was, toying around with one or got caught unaware, and he managed to pull out like a hammer or a mace or something and just start smashing the walls, which eventually let him out. So it's basically like destroying a stone hut, I guess, in a sense, a stone in enclosure. But you'd also know that they are not aggressive in the sense that, they're going to try and murder you. They're just drawn to they're more reactionary than they are proactive in acting.
All right, so like I guess when I jumped off Kaido and took a couple steps over and got a better look, um, probably I guess it would think about it for a moment and it would dawn on him, and so he'd relay a bunch of that to Kaito, and he's kind of got like a very curious sort of um like look on his face. He's just kind of like you tell he's thinking, um, and um, given
Price.
I guess the interpretation that Price has from what he knows, he's gonna try to dispel this thing.
So I'd say with your just because you got an 18, you would know it's a construct, not a spell in this in
Okay,
terms of like it's
it's entity, I guess.
yeah.
Okay.
Like
Well, I
imagine a
appreciate that.
spell was crafted like, crafted to do a thing. So it's more of a constructed spell, I guess is kind of that's why I say this is a really
It's
interesting creature.
magical, but it's not like a spell. Yeah.
Yeah, think like I guess a really good example. Think of Warforged, right? They're constructs, but their cores are also like magical in a sense, but you can't
Hmm.
just dispel magic on a Warforged and instantly like kill it. So think of
Yeah.
it like
Okay.
that. It's a component.
Okay. Um. Well, I can't really see
You got
anything
an 18, he would have
else.
been able to determine that.
However, yeah. So Price is going to relay all that to Kaito, and basically, um, well, if uh, if that's Max's lamp,
Uh-huh.
he probably wouldn't have just left it. And these things, they like to trap people.
How do we
I think
untrap
we need.
them?
I think we need to kill that.
All right, kill it. All right, so it is. He's gonna. I can see over half of the token, and part of the token, like the very right corner, is in shadow. So I assume that means I do have a clear shot. Is that
Yeah, it's about
accurate?
half cover.
Well, it's not. Hold on, let me show you how I see it.
So it's also like attached to the wall, as opposed to a it's these shadows are like mostly attached to like the floor or the walls.
Yeah, that's how I see it. So I'm not. So
It just
how
gives
would
it a
I
little
shoot?
AC. You get to shoot anyway. It's just it gets a little bit of cover.
Okay.
They're very easy to hit regardless. It shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, even a 13 would, even with the cover.
Does that miss then, or
Oh, that hits.
oh, thunk. Get fucked.
11.
Got max damage on that.
Nice.
All
Let
right,
me do
but
this.
when you hit it,
Uh-oh.
it gets
Oh.
to react.
Uh-oh.
5, 10, 15. Well, the closest target would be Price, so.
But would he go after Price? Because Price is the one who didn't. He's not the one who shot it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He is the
Roll
closest.
high, Price. Roll high. I have a feeling you need to roll high for whatever's about to happen. Oh no.
So, Price, give me a dexterity saving throw, DC 10. Don't worry, that's easy. I guess, unless you're rolling that. Just barely.
By the skin of your teeth, boy.
So, you see, like, it goes from being attached to the wall, and imagine, like, a shadow that's attached to the wall and just, like, creeping along the floor. And then it just kind of seems like it tries to form underneath you. You know, underneath you, but trying to, like, encapsulate you from there. Because it still has to be attached to a surface. But you managed to not suffer anything. But it is effectively in your square.
I just picture this thing being like like Price has just explained to Kaito what these things do. And Kaito hits it with an arrow and then it tries to attack Price, like do the same thing that Price just described. So Price is just like, whoa, hey, what are you doing?
You told me to hit it.
No, not you.
Oh.
I don't have any more movement. So, well, I was gonna cast a range spell, but I guess I'll just do this now.
Bite him in the ass. No. Okay.
Max here, because.
Do you have an inspo?
No,
Do you want to use mine?
sure.
Alright, go ahead and reroll that. Hey.
There we go.
So how you inspired him to not fail horribly at hitting a shadow with a flame blade?
Price, you need to smack it hard. There you go.
It's like Price is like tiptoeing around, trying not to get like enveloped in shadow. He's like, oh yeah, right.
Listen to your inner Kaido. Just commit the whack.
Okay.
I like how you did twice the damage with an arrow that I did with a fire sword.
Oh, you rolled really low though. 3, 1, and a 2.
Yeah. All right, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Kalia.
You're muted, I think. You're muted.
You're muted, by the way, Kalia, just in case you weren't aware.
Oh, good job, me. I literally just muted myself and started talking. I was just saying, though it doesn't look like it's harming us or trying to harm us per se, it also isn't getting the point, and kind of backing off, really. So, gonna have to go ahead and take it out for our safety. So, let's see here.
It just wants a hug.
Yeah, I bet it does. A forever hug. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Yep, I'd say
Would
that
that
would hit.
be would that be crit damage?
Yep.
And that's, let's see. There we go. I'll just do
There's nobody adjacent to it, so you wouldn't get sneak attack.
so 15.
15 would hit. See, that'll do damage. So with a 15, your blade hits your psychic blade hits the shadow and just disperses it like
Like a
like
poof.
a drop of dish soap in dirty water, just kind of boop.
Mm. That definitely seems effective. Well, I'll aim at another part of it with my offhand.
Well, it's already dispersed.
Oh, it dispersed the whole thing. Got it. I didn't know if it was just part of it. So, all right, excellent. Like, well, I'm gonna like kind of brush my hands together, like, all right. Well, that wasn't too bad. We should probably check to see how the rest of the party's doing. So then, let's see. So it's definitely gone, right?
Yep, it's dispersed.
Okay. I didn't want to like walk right into it otherwise. Let's see. Yeah, so that's as far as I can move on one turn. So I'm done.
All right. Things are active. So somebody give me a d20 that is who's rolled. So somebody not Kali and not Vold. Just a d20.
9.
Oof. All right. Oof. Oof. Okay. Yep. All right. Max, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm being obnoxious inside the stone cube, and I'm like bouncing off the walls, like not enough to like dislocate his shoulder or anything, but like when you're pretending to wrestle when you're a kid, right? And you're pretending that like this is the ropes, but it's just a wall, so you're kind of like sponging yourself off of it, and you're bouncing while singing at the top of my lungs, and it's just "Sweet Caroline," bop, bop, just as loud as like I can possibly be, and it makes my vocal cords like strain because I'm trying to just annoy my way out of this situation.
You going this way? All right. Well, nothing really happens.
Okay.
Vold.
I'm moving here.
25.
And then I'll move another back out toward the entrance.
Out there.
Let's go right here. And I will
30.
tell Kali, I don't see anything, but there's another one of these things here.
Well, we should probably take it out. You want to take that one? It's pretty satisfying, actually.
I can't this turn.
Oh.
I want to move.
You picked a
Okay.
perfect time to move where you did. Okay.
Oh, I see the big guy now. I wasn't zoomed out enough.
Yep, that's gonna be a problem in about 1, 2, 3 people's turns. Kaido.
All right. I have a question. I don't see Max technically, correct?
Correct. He is not there.
Um, do I have to worry about being in the same square as him?
Do you have to what? Huh? Who?
If for any reason he's anywhere nearby, 'cause I know he said he moved and stuff, and he did do something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to worry about being in the same square as him at the end of my turn?
Well, that'll be something that you find out at the end of your turn.
Okay, well. Okay, let's Cool. I think that gives me advantage here, correct? Right?
What's up?
I get advantage here, correct?
Yes.
Uh, 19 and 16.
Both would hit pretty easily.
10
10.
and 15.
And that's enough to disperse the critter. That is not really a critter, it's more of a construct.
You good? He's gonna look at Price and ask him that.
I'll just move it there for a sec. Move you here for a sec. There you go. And when this thing is like you well describe how you disperse like this wispy, shadowy darkness, smokiness.
Nah. He probably just wails on like an edge of it or backside of it that's not over or have to worry about hitting Price at all because that would be a concern. And he would just wail and wail, as barbarians do.
Condition.
Right, so does that mean Max is free now? Oh,
So
I asked Price, does that mean he's free? He just pops and fixes it next to me.
You see-
It's the shit out of Kaido.
you see Max just almost like he just got spit out, just like bleh.
Oh,
I mean, it's not like gross or anything, but it's just like some kind of force just like shoved him out of like some like interdimensional space.
oh yeah, Kaido definitely looks startled because there was suddenly a Max right beside him. That means we win?
Oh, looks like I found you. I ran to get help. Kali and Vault are in trouble. They're being murdered in one of these
Oh.
tunnels somewhere. I'm very disoriented.
Were you in a like a big room of just stone?
Nothing like the sort. No, I was in the Shadow Realm, and there were a bunch of people playing cards, and I didn't understand it.
I knew it. See, I told you, Kaito.
I love the Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Okay, you did. Yep, you told me. They're
Anyway, I
coming
did
away.
my part getting free. It's your move.
Where's everybody?
Your
Mhm.
move. I don't know which way's up and down and north and south. Where are we?
We are in a cave.
This is not the room that I was in when I got eaten. All right, it's this way. Kali and them, we gotta go fast. They're dying. They're being chased by a bunch of like
I'm
shadow
asking
monsters.
where to go. You're just
I'm
talking.
pointing. I'm pointing behind
Oh, where
you.
point? Oh, okay. Fucking Max, dude. Run off this way. I will.
It's turn 4.
Will hold my action and attack anything with a flame blade if it comes near us.
Okay.
I don't see anything, Kaito.
I'm editing it. Okay.
Oh, hey, that's where we were maybe gonna go earlier. Bryce is just pointing down this hallway.
Oh, don't delete that. All right. So that was y'all's, and then Kalia.
Well, oops. Oh wait, hold on.
Can't I edit?
There we go. All right. Well, let's see. As I come around thinking I'm going to attack this thing, see, I can I see this? I think I can. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What did I sense? I hear that. So yeah, would I hear that giant moving back up into the tunnel?
I mean, you'd see him looking directly at Vold right now, and actually looking at you now.
I'm going to grab Vault by the arm and be like, I think we have bigger problems than these shadow things. We should go. We should go like right now. And let's see.
Like in some of those shows where it's like like Vold's looking the other way, like looking at this thing behind him and just like tugging on his shirt, like
You're muted, Val.
Southwest is the corridor we originally had explored.
That's helpful, but yeah, we need to go. And I'm just gonna point down this hallway. Be like, yeah, it sees us. We gotta go like now.
Hallway?
Over here.
Oh,
where
I
the
know. I
giant
see it. I saw that, but like, I'm
Well,
saying that way is where we originally came from. So that's what I was thinking. That is
Oh.
probably safe.
well, yeah, I mean, maybe. I'm gonna take a peek around this hallway.
Because if we go northwest, it's a place we haven't explored, so there could be stuff there.
Oh, hey, it looks like I see Max. And I think I see Kaido and Price over this way. Let's go here. Okay. And then there. So that's my full turn, I think. Twice my move, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
double
quick.
moving.
And then I'll just quickly holler to Kaito and Price. Be like, the giant saw us. It's coming this way.
I look at Kalia because again I went to the shadow realm and then got spat out in a different room, and so I'm a little disoriented. But I'm just gonna pretend like I'm not right, and I'm just gonna yell at like Price and kind of what are you doing? We gotta save Kaido, Vald, and Kalia, and they're back here. What you're wasting your time going up there. Sorry, we were on our way to save you, and then they got distracted. You know how they are.
Thanks, Max. I appreciate you trying to help save us. Pat him on the shoulder.
Where's Vald?
Right around the corner. He should be coming by this way soon.
And as you mentioned that,
Mm-hmm.
this big thing, this hulking beast of a mutated creature. Making sure. Let me double check his vision. Just want to make sure. Just double, triple, quadruple checking. Yeah, dark vision 120. Yep, you could definitely see Vault. So this thing just covered in viscera and like whatever was the remains of that beast that you felled before. Maybe even some scorch marks on its mouth and its body, because you remember when you killed the thing, there was like fire that came out of it and stuff. But it's also covered in like blood, and it's got like a bone in its mouth, and it sees Vold, and it points his club at him, and just says "meat," and just starts barreling towards him. But he would have to double move to even get. $30. Double move. That's all it could do. That thing gets out of the way. Because a huge creature is that big and that. Oh, let me check one thing. Because he is doing a thing. 30 feet, he's not. That can't fit. Alright, I'll give him a dex. There's a chance. Dexterity. Ooh. Alright. So. Each 5-foot square section, ceiling, wall, floor, chamber, AC 17. Alright. So this thing looks like it is charging at Vold with its club raised, an insatiable hunger, and just so by happenstance, the path that it has taken has made it go through this thing that's been trying to pull people in. And I rolled. Wait, let me add. Nope, yep, that's a flat roll. So you see this guy about to club you in the noggin. I'll just reveal that to everybody. And it just disappears.
I think the shadow creature just saved me.
Max,
Yeah, huh?
what you doing?
I can't see anything. Is there any clue as to what's going on audibly?
Oh yeah, that was heavy footsteps. They started like maybe slow, but then just picked up and got louder and louder and louder, almost like a thunderstorm is rolling towards you, or boulders being like flung down a mountain towards you, and then it just goes silent.
All right, hold on. All right. So I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna listen for the sound. The sound came from like this area, right?
Yeah, the room you were in when you got discombobulated.
I look around at Kaido and Price being useless up here, right? And then Kalia just sprinted here, right? Maybe I might perceive she's like, if you're running, people got to catch their breath, right? So I just hear and I just assume that Bald's in trouble. So I just shout, "I'm coming!" Bye. 20, 25, 30. All right. What is this thing still here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where's
That thing just sucked up that big, huge giant.
Okay, well then problem solved. Let's get out of here. Kaido and then Price
Well,
are
I have
they're
an
spelunking.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that thing just sucked up the big thing. And you got sucked up, I think, right?
Yep.
And then you came back.
Yep. I
So
annoyed
this
it
thing
into letting me go.
could come
Saved
back.
myself. It could. It could definitely come back.
So I have an idea. What if I banish this thing? It goes to another plane, and then when the other thing breaks out from this thing, it'll break out into a whole nother plane.
Yep. That's exactly what you should do.
And then when this thing comes back from its banishment, it might not have the thing with it.
All right. You go ahead and do that. I'm gonna support you from over here.
Okay, what
I'm gonna
are
hide
you gonna
behind
give
the
me some
wall.
assistance?
It's too late. He's already gone. All right. And my turn.
Okay.
All right. They ending your turn right there in that exact spot.
Yeah, because I'm like behind the wall, so if it does come back or goes wrong, I'm not in danger.
Okay. So anyway, you can give me a perception check. All right. So you can swear that you can hear something very large around this corner. It sounds like it sounds like a lot of snapping heads and hissing and stomping. Like, you get the feeling that if you peek around that, I mean, all you gotta do is peek
The
around
one
that
behind me
corner.
back here?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I used all my movement to get here. On a dash. All right, so I'm just gonna practice being quiet.
All right. Doo, 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 doo. So that was Max. Volt. Oh, Vault. Paging Vault.
Computer trouble. He's working on it.
Boo.
I know.
Well, we can get this out of the way. Somebody who hasn't rolled yet, so I think it would be Price and Kaido now. And
Mm-hmm.
give me a D20. Just a flat D20. You guys are on a roll. Okay.
Was that a dice joke?
Yes and no. I guess it depends on how you choose to dice that statement.
I'll roll with it.
So this turn he's gonna try and break out. Doo-doo-doo. Actually, we can probably take a couple minute break here, a bio, while Vol tries to get internet again. Do do do. 'Cause I need to. There was AC. 17 and 50 hit points. 'Cause I need to roll this thing trying to break out. 17 hit points. Okay. Club damage. Damn. Okay. It's not broken out yet. Oh. Oh, damn. Poison, psychic damage. And immunity to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. It's non-magical. Damn. Okay. So he legit can't even break out. Okay. All right. Immunity to bludgeoning. Do. Yep. Okay. Does this give him any magical?
Did my headset die? Or is everyone just being quiet?
Oh, we're just taking a little
Yeah.
bio break while Vol tries to reconnect.
Oh, I did not even hear the word bio. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, no, he legit can't even break out. The luck of the dice. It's not a magical club. Does he have magic? Nope. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Technical issues, yeah. Burp. The joys of technical issues. I know them all too well.
Nope, I think I'm going to take the time to go find something to eat because now that I've been awake for a little while, I feel hungry. So hopefully it agrees with me. I'll be back.
Okay. Do 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 do. I'll just pause it in hopes that he makes it back.
Hello? Is it working? I can't hear anything though.
I think it's because everybody stepped away,
Oh, okay.
but I can hear you.
Oh, I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on my thing over here. My networking.
Hmm. Val got his stuff working, and I'm just gonna grab something, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm here. Just looking at the bestiary.
Ooh, actually, here's a fun thing we can do. Anybody would like to roll me an exclamation point D20 in the old chatteroony,
Sorry, I'm here. I was
if
talking to
y'all's
Dad. He's headed
around.
to bed.
Where'd I put? All right. So we got a 10. Good or bad? No context. Ow. Ouch, my headset. I booped it.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. So Vold, you're up and running. Everything's working.
For now, yeah.
So what were you planning to do on your turn? Because it was your turn.
I was going to banish the shadowy thingy in front of me.
All right. So active hostility towards it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's just returning the favor of a dimensional hug.
Oh, so far this one hasn't done anything. All right. So give me. So it's what's the DC?
I don't know. I have to force Consume spell slot concentration. Okay. Cast. DC 15 was or charisma.
Oof. Okay. Charisma is not what this thing's strong suit is. All that. 11. Whoever's in state there will be transferred to harmless demiplane. Oh. Oh no. Give me a second to look up a rule. Oh no. Da 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 da. Oh no. And you're standing where you are when you do this?
Yeah, I haven't moved yet.
All right. Are you sure you want to be standing in this spot when you do this?
I guess not. Wait. Measurement. I'll go there.
And I'm going to, yep. Okay. The D10 and good. I will redeem that in a sense. All right. So, let me double check, make sure everybody's back. Oh, I think everybody was back. I think Max maybe, because Max would see what's about to happen. Okay. So, all right. Something very interesting happens. So, you know, well, like, I guess Price is the only one who's really researched into these things. So, you know what happens when you put a bag of holding inside of a bag of holding and bad things happen?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So imagine you're banishing a demiplane into another demiplane.
I had this exact same thought when I was in that demiplane and I was looking at like my bag of holding like all the inventory in it, and I was like, I don't know if I should risk opening this thing in here. It was a thought.
All right, and it failed. So I get to just remove this. Because he's donezo.
The banish failed.
Well, it worked. The creature failed to save. And by creature, I mean the construct. Okay, so interesting things happen. So you go to cast your banishment, and what's it look like when you cast banishment?
Well, it's like the hand gestures are like raise my hands up and I say my incantation. And when I clash them together, it is fully cast.
All right. And as you do so, you see this effect happen, right? Like normally your banishment, you just sort of make something pop out of existence, or they just kind of go poof, or you blink and they're gone, right? Well, in this very specific circumstance, it's like you put a sort of a black hole inside of a black hole. Because as soon as you cast banishment, you see like this little orb form in the center, quote unquote, mass of the like shifting shadows and and smoky features, and then it kind of expands, and then you see like these almost like sparks, but they're not really like light or anything. Just a lot of instability just suddenly happening, and you think by now, right? Your banishment, they would just go poof, at least for a little bit, like the temporary, like they go poof and they come back later, or in certain cases they just disappear entirely because
And they go back to their original plane.
correct. However, the spell specifically states, which is kind of funny, must succeed on the charisma saving throw or be transported to a harmless demiplane for the duration. And based on Price's knowledge of this, these are basically constructs made of demiplane. So you effectively put a bag of holding in a bag of holding. And as such, this creature, entity, construct, whatever it is, it completely ceases to exist. And in its place, I'll even like maybe draw it out so you have an idea. 5, 10. 5, 10. So I will just draw like little squiggly lines. Squiggly lines. At 10 feet. All right. Close approximation. Okay. So in its place, this thing just disappears, and now there's this hole in reality. And you can give me an Arcana check. Or I should say anybody watching can give me, anybody who sees this can give me an Arcana
I
check.
think I might be the only one.
There was a reason I backed away as soon as he said it and ran and hid behind a wall.
But would you know that in character?
I don't think I could see it from where I'm at. I think that outcropping. Well, I can see like the edge of it. I guess I can try.
Yeah, I'd say for you it would be, I was gonna say with disadvantage, but that
I have
works
no
too.
idea.
Because you only see like a very, very edge of something happening as opposed to the source of it happening. Max can see it, yeah. Alright. So with a 14, you know whatever Vault just cast, whatever it was, because he moved to do it and he kind of went out of your line of sight. But you heard the magical utterances of a spell going off, and next thing you know is the shadowy thing that pulled you in before. Well, I guess the best way to put it is a reaction happens, and there's this in a cave where you have decent vision, right? You got the goggles on, so you have the dark vision. Even you can't see beyond this like hole in reality now. It's like the blackest of black, like the darkest of dark, But then you start to see like stars forming. And ooh, because you are actually somewhat kind of sort of familiar with this. Give me a history check, specifically Max. And with advantage, because it's part of your backstory. That's a hole into the astral sea.
Oh shit.
But you also know, without a ship, that going in there is also pretty much certain death.
Oh, I wouldn't call it certain death.
Oh,
You
that's
just
not certain,
might be floating
almost.
around for. There's no time or energy. You don't need oxygen or food or water, and you can float for a million billion years.
And float forever.
Yeah, you don't die. You just won't be able to do anything for the rest of forever, unless somebody randomly found you, like a spaceship, like you were on their windshield or something.
Yeah, gate to the astral plane. Yep, astral plane. Yep, I wouldn't know anything about that across more than one character. So you would see that, and with your history, that is definitely a hole to the astral sea. And I mean, you know it, right? You know if you just go in there, you might be floating out in space for indefinite. Um,
But this does give me ideas for if I get that ship back, right? We
yep, you
just have
just
to
gotta,
replicate this.
yep, just shove a ship into a
And show it to-
into a bag of holding, and then shove the bag of holding into a bag of holding, and hope that you don't die, because you know there's still reactions that happen. Um, let's see how long this is up for. But regardless, this is definitely, you can confirm, but it's also like this is the closest you've been to the astral sea since you've landed on this. You know, this is how'd you put this backwater rock?
I don't remember. I was cussing about this planet and everybody on it like a couple episodes ago.
And constantly. But this is all happening in 6 seconds, so that just happened. So, continuing with the initiative here, Kaito.
Oh, I still have.
Oh, you still have movement.
Yeah, there. You might not want to go back there. Um,
Isn't that the exit? And isn't Monty down there?
Monty's around.
Monty's probably safe.
Probably safe. Okay. So are we done fighting things?
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
Things went bye-bye.
What did you do, Vold?
I may have banished a demi-plane
May have, what?
to another demi-plane.
Tyler's gonna look at Price like, do you have any idea what he's talking about?
Oh, did you make one of those wispy things disappear?
Yeah.
That
And it
might
took a
not
chunk
be
of
good.
this place with it.
That does not sound good. So I take it
How
it
do we
did not
fix it?
go according to plan?
Well, it sort of did, because we might not have to deal with the big thing.
I mean, are we at risk of getting sucked into that thing that you created?
Yeah, we might want to move.
Well, why don't we check out what's up here? And I mean, there should be, it looks like should be some other connecting paths, right? Maybe?
Well, there's got to be one. If Kaito and Prices are up that way.
Yeah, that's true. So we should be able to get out.
I
So I
can't
would
do
say-
shit.
So I'll say for the purpose of like, combat rounds, we are out of them. Like that big guy that got sucked in, I'm just gonna he gone. Imagine being inside of a bag of holding when somebody puts a bag of holding in another bag of holding.
I'm gonna look to everybody up here, right? They're kind of like minding their own business right now, right? All right. I would like to take the robe of many things and wad it up into a ball and shoot it into this hole.
Because of course you do.
When are we ever going to get this opportunity to ever do this again, right? And just see what happens. Sometimes you just got to like the fireworks, right? And enjoy the show.
And
I'm gonna-
also
I'm
give
gonna-
me a
I'm going to
perception
call out
check.
to Max. I don't know if that's stable.
You see me like wadding up this big trench coat and looking at Bob.
You would probably look at me as you throw it in.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So Max, give me a
As
perception.
I'm telling you, I don't know if it's stable.
The duet.
Perception.
Perception. 11.
So just looking into this like hole, whatever. With an 11 though. You could swear you catch the like tail end of a ship passing by.
Oh,
But it's like super fast, and you're like it's as so you're like balling up this thing, and you look up and you just see like the very tail end, like it's gone. It's there and it's gone kind of thing. Like
is there any chance that I could catch that ship if I jump into this thing?
oh, there's no way at this point. Like
Ha!
it's gone.
Oof. All right, well then I'm exploding the hole, and hopefully they. What if it sucks them into our side?
And
Then we could steal their ship.
What's this
Sure.
we? What do you mean we?
All right, if I instinctively know I can't catch this thing by jumping through, I'm going to follow up with the original idea. I'm going to throw this pocket dimension robe into the pocket dimension.
yeah, like the only thing you catch, like as you watching, so it's imagine like you're sitting in a building and an airplane just flies by. It's like it's so fast.
Yeah.
Like they're
Ugh.
people in the astral sea. You're more often than not. You're not just like listing lazily. You're probably like you're going super fast.
Yeah. I was thinking I do have skyrite. I don't imagine that would work in the space though. It's made of clouds. Yeah. Okay.
And like you probably see like the last word of it, and it just says "wake" as it's zooming by. Has some words written on it. But yeah, you throw the code in. And what's everybody else doing?
I'm continuing to walk away, like trying to hustle. Like, you know how you walk fast when trying to avoid something, but not look like you're avoiding something? As I'm.
Yeah, we're
making
not
my
in
way
combat
this
rounds, so
way.
you can just go wherever.
Like nothing to see here. Like,
Yep.
let's just walk this way fast. I'll just be like,
Oh,
wow,
hey,
you got
guys.
rid of that guy, the big guy, and we're all still here. Nice work,
What's
babe.
Max doing down there?
He was throwing things into a hole.
Into a hole?
You just
You know,
didn't-
like a well, and you're just like, I want to throw
It's
this
like
in,
throwing-
see how deep it goes. I think
Is
that's what he's doing.
leaving trash around?
What do you throw in it?
His robe.
Wait, hold on. Does that mean we're not going to have any more random horses pulled out?
Probably, yeah.
That might be a blessing.
I think it was done anyway.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works.
I have one more charge.
So, what do we do now?
We might probably want to find a different way.
Well, if I remember correctly, Bryce and I came from somewhere over that way.
We could go back that way, or we could go down
Well,
south.
I have no idea
yeah.
which direction
Are we
is
trying to
pointed in my-
leave?
I have no idea. All I know is I
did
can only
we-
see what's in the light here.
Have we
Uh,
looked at what's
Max's-
up top first, or what's further out up here? I'd be kind of curious to see what's up here.
I can see
Up
there's
where?
walls. There's walls over this way, but maybe a couple places to go. And then this way is pretty much where Kaito and I came from.
Want to
But there
see?
was something else over there. Well, not I don't like. There was somewhere to go.
Do I see anything shiny in here, like another of those gems in the wall?
With the 17, yeah, you spot some like a vein of something shiny.
Like, oh, see, here we go.
Max?
I'll just pretend that it's here. I'd like to take a closer look.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be investigation,
Yep.
or would that be okay?
Investigation.
Hey,
So you have found a vein of adamantite. Adamantine?
Hey.
Adamantine.
adamantite or adamantine. Nice. Sorry, our younger cat was jealous of me holding the older cat.
Adamantine.
Adamantine. They're like, guys, this looks like adamantine. I think this is pretty awesome, actually. I bet the Booyogs and our Smith would be delighted to get a hold of some of this.
I don't have a pickaxe or anything. I have other things.
We don't have any
Kaito,
pickaxes left. Yeah, Kaito.
Do you have any of those mining? Didn't we get some mining supplies?
Unless you're really shouting, Kaido walked away.
I know. I was shouting.
Hmm?
You're only 35 feet.
I have one. Everyone should have one. We all took one.
Oh, I have a minor pick.
Oh, hey.
Probably want to go.
Here.
Kalia
You're like,
found
hey, can I-
some stuff to mine.
Kaito, can you help me smash something? I need to smash the wall. You're welcome to go for it if you want, Price.
Oh, this will be fun. Was it just athletics?
Let's see. It would be yes. Useful items. That's real patches. I'm reading up on that. It doesn't say it's extra dimensional though. Pouches. It's just pouches. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't state that the item is extra dimensional. Interesting. Okay. All right. With the 14, you were not able to get it out of the wall here because adamantine is very sturdy. and you're having a hard time like breaking it apart and getting it to chunk off or anything. Like adamantine is sort of the material that is sought after for like full plate armor just because of its its structure and its strength. And you're probably just using a rusty old like iron pick. Ooh, actually, give me let's do a D100. Let's see.
Well, you would be smacking the stuff around.
Yeah, the
before.
stone more than trying to hit the metal itself, right?
Correct. But you're also trying to extract it as well. Like hitting the stone is one part, right? But it's a vein of it, so it's like singular big old chunks of it. Okay, that's fine. You can kind of see the pickaxe that you're using. It's starting to get a little blunted, just on account of the material. Like, yes, it is a stone. It's a iron pickaxe, but you guys found it in a dungeon with those rust monsters, and they've just been sitting around. So probably not in the best of condition as well. Quality taking into account.
Makes sense.
So
Can only do so much.
that looks pretty tough. Do you think you could use your stone trick with it? Does that help?
Oh.
Oh yeah, like if you had your hands around it, could it be considered part of you, and would you be able to phase it out of the wall?
So while you contemplate that, so Max, you throw the code in,
Yes.
it goes through. Shwoop.
No special effects. It's got a pocket dimension.
That the other effect has already gone through.
Hmm.
This is just a hole in reality now. Besides, you probably would have just pulled another horse out of it. Does be fair?
I'm gonna look over at Kaido. How fast do you think you can go in space?
What?
Come here.
Oh, that's a really short timer.
Oh god.
I'm gonna point to the ripping time and space in front of us. Volve made this.
I don't think we
I
should
dropped my
make this.
code in there. Could you get that?
I'm not going in there.
You're so fast you could go in and out.
How would I get back out?
Just turn around.
Doesn't look like there's anything to have traction on in there.
All right. Well, I'm open to suggestions.
We tie a rope around you and I throw you in.
I'll tie a rope around you. You have better movement than me. You're flexible and fast.
You do not have the strength to pull me back out.
Yes, I do. In the astral sea, you don't weigh anything. Max does not know this is a fact. I'm just bullshitting.
I doubt that.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm from. That's my home on the other side.
Oh, good. You know the land. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Believe me, I know the land.
So why don't you want to do it?
Because you're faster than me, and we're losing time, and I'm not fast enough to get it.
Time for what? What do you mean? Why is there a time limit?
Because it floats. It's going to float further and further away, and I only have so much rope. How much rope do you have?
I have 50 foot.
I dropped
All
my
right.
coat. Help.
Why'd
All
you
right.
throw it in there anyway?
Tie it to yourself real quick.
No! I'm not going in there.
We only have less than a minute.
I'm not going in there.
Why are you being a baby about this?
Why are you?
But you're the one crying and saying no.
You've also said no.
Yeah, but I said it second.
So that makes it different.
Yes.
That actually makes it worse.
Whoever says no first is the baby.
Doesn't mean the second person who says no is the bigger baby because
Don't
they
you know
are
anything about
doubly
social etiquette?
refusing?
Could you just please? I'll tie the rope around both of us,
and then you jump in.
I'm not doing that.
Actually, don't jump in. You drag me slowly
She
back
said
in.
that's gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna drag you in. You're not strong enough to be able to pull someone back out. You shouldn't have thrown it in there in the first place.
All right, tie the rope around me.
Okay, I'll tie the rope around him.
It's a good thing Kaito can throw people really far.
He doesn't want thrown, apparently.
All right, get next to it. Get next to it. All right, hold on to the rope.
I'm holding on.
What happens as they get closer? I'm gonna like tiptoe there.
I mean, you get closer.
I'm gonna put a finger in.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. As you stick your finger in, and all the time you guys spent bickering, that timer was ticking down. And you pull your finger away as you see the edges of this displacement, start to seal, almost like a lid closing or shutting, leaving your what's the term? Your expendable prized possession on the other side for somebody out in the astral sea to maybe find, with a singular pocket left.
Somebody will find it someday. He'll have a horse.
Or a ladder.
All right, so that was a huge waste of time. Thank you for being so slow in the moment when speed counted more than it ever had.
I stare up at Kaido.
Oh, perhaps you shouldn't have thrown it in. Why did you throw that in there in the first place?
Because I seen if it would make the door bigger so we could get a ship through it.
Throwing a cloak in to try to make a door. How?
I don't have time to explain physics.
And how would
to
you have gotten a ship down here to put it in there?
I saw the ship pass through the port
What ship?
on the other
What
side
port?
of the hole.
What you?
It's
What?
gone now. You cost me my ticket back home.
What do you mean your ticket back home?
You know how hard it is to get to the astral plane from this stupid planet?
No, I don't even know what the astral plane is.
See, that makes it even more difficult because you don't even know where we're at. All right, it's fine. Nope, we'll be stuck in this cave for the rest of our lives. It's cool.
We won't be stuck in the cave. But Max, how did you get here in the first place if you're not from here?
Crashed my ship.
What happened that it crashed?
Well, it was in the snow. There was a cave. There was some kind of underwater frozen lake dragon. There's a bunch of assholes in a mimic city. They stole all of my crew and tied them up and started torturing them. And the ship was in fucking shambles and just blown up and useless.
Okay, so how did you get from there to here?
I walked.
But you said your ship crashed.
Yeah.
But if your ship was in shambles wherever this happened to you, how did you crash your ship here as well?
No, I crashed my ship into the frozen plains of the Feywild near the town of David. That was like 6 months ago.
You can tell Kaido's really trying to understand all of this. This is completely out of his element. So how did you get out of the Feywild?
I walked.
You just walked out of the Feywild.
Yeah, with a bunch of mimics.
And at that point, you see Monty walk up as you two are kind of arguing, and he just, and then just goes back.
Uh,
I can get back to David. That's not a problem. I was just looking for something here.
Looking for something here. What were you looking for?
Ship. Like the one that just passed us.
So you want a ship to go to where you were?
No, I want a
In
ship
the-
so I can go back home.
But what I'm trying to say is it a special kind of ship or just a ship? Like,
No, it's just a normal ship that flies from planet to planet through the astral sea.
we don't have any of
galleon.
those. We don't have anything that flies like that.
I
That I
just
know of.
watched it fly past me. What do you mean?
From the astral sea that you're from, that makes sense. But there's nothing like that here.
Oh, there's something like it here.
There is?
Yeah, the Shadow Eldritch whatever fucking thing told me so. It's gonna hook me up.
What shadow eldritch
honey.
thing?
I don't have like a name for this entity. I don't know what species it is. All I know is that I'm gonna travel around the world and I'm gonna plant tokens on ley lines so that it can do some kind of, I don't know, probably politicking if I had to guess, some form of government. And anyway, it's gonna give me a ship in exchange.
The most evil of Eldritch horrors, the politicians.
I don't think that's a good idea to do. And there's
Well, you just said
nothing-
it. There's no ships like that in your world. So I have to have access to it. So that's unacceptable. And that just means the deal's more enticing.
So-
He's giving me something I can't get here.
You'd rather make this world burn so you can leave.
Okay, I didn't think you were getting it, but now I see that you do. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the camera pans to the group tinkering at the wall.
I imagine us kind of like arguing in a lively, friendly way of like the best way to possibly get this thing out. And like, no, but if you just try like sink your hand into the stone, see if you can wrap around it, and then pull it out as if it were already attached to you. Try it.
So I have a thought, and this is going to be purely DM discretion and maybe a stretch. So I'm going to post this just so you can see the spell. Would it be possible, because it says you can touch a stone object, could I touch this like vein of adamantine and create it into something? One, if that would even be possible, and then two, would that allow it to? Would that be a means of being able to get it out of the wall? And
Well, the for the first question, no, because adamantine is metal.
okay, so I wouldn't be able to do okay. Then I guess a follow up to that would be would meld into stone work that way as potentially suggested if I
Nope.
okay, I didn't think so because it's like it wouldn't be an item
Because especially if you
possess.
melt into stone, it's not allowing you, like, you can't even move while you're in it. All you can, like, remember, like, all you could even do is be somewhat perceptive, and even that is, disadvantaged. It's muted.
Yeah.
So it's not
Well,
allowing you to
right.
manipulate anything. It's just allowing you to merge into it so you can just kind of hide there.
Yeah. It would have been a stretch because it was like, well, if I put my hand on it and it's considered something that I have, now it's my item. But it's not meant to for that purpose. I guess so I'm like OOC, I have negative strength.
Same.
So I would probably, I mean, I would have hit it the first time, and then we would have probably been talking about it. And while we are trying to discuss, would have maybe handed the pick over to Kalia or Vald. And well, yeah, I mean, do you want to try? We probably should get this.
I mean,
Mm.
yeah, that'd be great if we can.
Yeah, I'm not very strong. Let me go get
Yeah.
Kaito.
I think Kaito is going to be the one to help us. But I'll take a swing while we're waiting. Why not?
Oh, it disappeared. Kaito?
Ting.
So,
We need your
with
strength.
with a 5, and these are poor quality tools, that is within the threshold. Roll me. I'll just do a d20. We don't need to do 100 on everything. Rolling
Roll
low
D20?
equals tool break.
No. No.
So you go to swing at this adamantine ore with this really shoddy pick that's been aged and maybe even like nibbled on a little bit by rust monsters. And you go to take a swing at it, and maybe you just hit it at the wrong angle. Maybe it's just it's been at its breaking point, but nobody's really you know really put enough oomph into it to really cause any issue. But the head of this pickaxe just breaks off. Like you hit it and it's like how do I describe? Like when you try and open something and you put way too much strength into it, but then you break it off and it just like flings off into the distance, kind of like that. You smack it and it just kind of breaks in half practically, but not the whole pick, just the metal, the tip from like the rest of the head.
I'm just going to look at my hands and be like, well, I guess I must have been stronger than I thought. Sorry, Price. And I'll just hand him back the handle.
Oh, thank you.
I wonder if Rico's
And
going to have any luck with something else, maybe. I mean, worst case scenario, when we get back to town, we'll just tell him about it. But I was hoping to bring
Price
a
is
Sam.
as Cully is saying this, and I'm assuming she just kind of handed this to Price, and she's just talking. Price is going to have it in his hand. He's going to look down at it, and he's just going to hit the wall with the stick one more time.
See if this saves properly. There we go. So you just smacking a wall.
Pretty much.
Wing is be a D6. Edit. I mean, nothing really happens.
Yeah, it's. I know.
Eight. Save. That's not right. That math is off. Hit. All right. So what are y'all's doing at this point?
You said you did strength what, Bald?
What was that? Yeah, we need your strength to get this ore out of the.
Good. You can talk to Max about not letting the world burn for something he needs.
We're all weak, so.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm plenty strong. Let me get in there and I'll show you what's what.
Ah, there you are.
So if I've learned one thing, it's don't depend on Kaido for anything.
Oh, harsh.
Where am I hitting? No, sorry, Max. Do you want to hit first?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if I do.
Go
What
for
are we
it.
punching? Rocks?
I think we were trying to get
Rockets.
that stuff out of the wall. The shiny bits.
With what?
What used to be a pick. And now it's pieces.
Two. Okay.
I don't think that's gonna work. I think you need like an actual tool.
Sounds like you need an actual tool.
I do. Do you have any materials we could put it together?
Explosives, or maybe a
Yeah.
drill.
That'd be helpful.
Just don't need explosives.
Explosives are fun.
He's gonna pull out his pick. What is it? A strength check?
Or
Gonna
athletics,
be
right?
athletics. And then a D20. Just a flat out 20.
Oh,
Alright. So the flat D20s determine if the picks are damaged or broken because they're all poor quality. And you're hitting something that is very, very strong. So I would say on a 22, you were able to get Kaido goes in there and swings the pickaxe, and you see some scratches in the wall where other people have tried, like some holes that don't seem natural. A message. Okay. And you managed to get a chunk, probably about, I'd say a small chunklet, like big enough to hold in your hand, like a baseball size chunk of it. That's big enough. But then, as soon as you like pull that small piece out of the vein, you're pulling back, and the force of it causes the head of the pickaxe to just break off, just tink, and you see it just kind of go flung into the distance, just, and you can just hear it clang against the stone off in the distance. Maybe with a little bit of extra reverberation, like a little bit like a vibration in your arms when you do it. Whoa.
Kaito, I think you're too strong.
He's gonna turn and give you a look that if looks could kill.
You're too strong for your tools. We need stronger tools for you.
Doesn't help that
Very
we're all
true.
carrying rusted
Well,
old pieces of
it looks like
garbage
you
from the
pried
damn cave we
it.
found them in.
It looks like you pried some of it out of the wall. Maybe we can just get that piece out. Just something to take with us back to town.
The only other thing I'm willing to whack at this goddamn wall is my hand axe. I'm not using my battle axe on this.
Use your hooves, dummy. Just kick
Yeah.
it.
A dagger.
I know better than to kick rocks.
A scimitar.
Like, get out of the way. Watch a professional, okay?
Hmm.
I'm gonna pull out the dagger that I used to jam all the locks.
All right, give me. And are you like swinging it to like like a pickaxe, or are you just trying to poke at it, trying to wedge? Like how you?
I want to do it like actually. I'm gonna get a running start. I want to do it like a psychopath in a serial killer movie might. I want to two-hand the dagger over my head and just like make my eyes bulge out and just run at it and then just start stabbing. What kind of roll with this?
Athletics with disadvantage because you're trying to use a dagger in psycho stance. And an 8. You just start. It's quite the scene for everybody else. You see him just charging with dagger above head, like he's gonna murder some, like, I don't know, some unexpected victim in a dark corner of an alley at night on Halloween or something. And you
Max
just
is
see him
like clearly going through something. Yeah, go ahead.
and you just see him like stabbing and like he's trying to murder the ore.
Like for a longer period of time than you might imagine. It's not just like one and done, right? It's like just over and over and over, and like 2, 3, 4 minutes pass, and like he's breathing heavy and panting and just step. And his dagger is so fucked and like
Okay.
bent and blunted at this point, like it could never be used as a dagger ever again after this. And then I'm just gonna drop it to the floor and delete it from my inventory and say, "All right, well, this is useless."
Okay.
All right, so I don't think we're gonna be able to get anything more.
Nice. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good meme. Everybody is so shocked and taken aback and nobody's saying anything. Clearly.
Wait.
Clearly.
I missed what happened with Kaito's second attempt after the first thing broke.
I have not made a second attempt.
Oh, good.
Max
I thought you were gonna try with something else that you had, but not your great axe.
But Max wanted to go, so Kaido has definitely stepped back and uses. His pal is
Well-
upset. He wants to go to bed.
Well, I guess we'll just keep note of where this is. I'm gonna make a rough sketch in my journal about where the vein is, and I'll let our goblin friends know. Well, I guess we could check and see what else is going on.
Oh, my pick broke, right?
Yeah, your
Yes.
little one.
Is that one?
Do I see anything or hear anything back here?
Back there, nope.
Okay.
Dead end.
Hmm. And you guys didn't see anything down that other place you went, that other hallway?
Yeah, there's like I think one other place to go.
We'll lead the way.
Well, too.
Sooner we wrap this up, sooner we can get back to where we're going. Should probably stop by town and check in.
Technically, there's nothing
So-
keeping you from leaving right now.
This was a dead end.
Yeah.
Where you at? Yeah. They're gonna stumble
probably
into
gonna start
something they don't
Running
want
up this way.
to do.
It's typing to you. Ah! I just took too long to type.
I think that it stabilized back the way we came.
Oh, good.
When I went down there to go get Kaito, it had disappeared. So
Kaito, Max, come on. I don't want to leave you behind.
Is this all dead end?
I'm gonna stop
Okay.
you right there.
Okay.
as you step forward, and there seems to be like it wasn't there until you stepped about to this point, and you notice that there are 4 rocks, each of an unusual shape. They kind of look like more stacked rocks, like from smallest to from largest to smallest. And at the very tippy top of each of the rocks is a perfectly rounded rock, which is kind of weird because you'd think that these rocks would have differing compositions, but they are like perfect spheres, not in that they are not perfect spheres like they are absolute 100% perfect, but they're all the same size. There's 4 of them. They're placed evenly. The rocks that they are placed upon are not as uniform. And yeah, that's just like these weird looking rocks. Almost like if you're out in the wilderness and somebody set up a what are they called, like little markers like with the stones.
cairn.
They're kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. So he'd stop and probably while people are catching up. Let's see. Should I do investigation or arcana? Well, I want to see if they're magical, so arcana, I guess.
Yep. Yep, there's definitely some arcane shit goings on here.
And are they're like all about like equal distance apart?
Yep, they're equal distance apart. And when you get a closer look at the stones, you notice that like each of these like cairns are at first glance they look different, but when you take a step back and take it all in, there's a lot of there's uniformity in their imperfections, I guess would be a way to put it. And with the 17, this like there is some way to activate this. You don't know what it would do. You don't know if it's good or bad, but there's definitely something arcane in the midst of this area, but it is currently dormant.
So I guess if people are catching up, Bryce would maybe suggest to Vald to try and see if these are magical or maybe what kind of magic they have.
And you can also
But
this might influence your decision, but give me a perception check.
okay.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
If people are kind of like trailing behind a little bit and Price has a moment, I guess that's up to everyone else. But if he was standing here and kind of waiting for people to catch up, Price he'd see the like one of these stones. Are they different colored stones? Are all the like the smooth stones at the top of these kind of rock cairn pillar sort of deals? Are they all the same?
The ones on the top are saying
Yeah. Okay.
everything else is uniform in their. But when I say uniform in their imperfections, like the rocks aren't exactly the same like the ones on the top are, but the size, the rough size is about the same.
I was thinking like the distance between them are probably the same. The height is the same, but the rock, like the pillars themselves, are all completely different. it's just the stones on top, and they all match.
Yep.
And there's 4.
Yep.
Okay. Do they resemble the
Let me put down.
that ruby that Price found before?
No, they're not rubies.
Okay. Is it so?
Going to
I remember Kalia found
Here.
a stone as well that we were kind of
Hold on.
comparing between that and the ruby.
I see something that you guys don't, so I got to do this.
Does it resemble that, or like have we? I guess a better question is: has Price seen anything like this before? Especially recently or in this cave.
Nothing like this before.
All right. So in this moment, while he's waiting for everyone to show up, he's gonna, not knowing what they do or what they are, he's gonna slip on these gloves that we found inside of that one creature that we cut open, and he's going to pick up one of these stones on top of, I would say, the closest cairn.
And Vold, you are a medium creature now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Something happens. So as you basically step inward beyond like this threshold, so it happens here, but like you make it there. You feel your foot sink just a little bit into the ground, and when you look down, you realize that you have stepped on a pressure plate, and it kind of clicks. It goes, and just under the weight of your, just you being a medium-sized creature, Bryce, as you put these gloves on and see Vold approaching, you would definitely spot the fact that these spheres at the apex of these cairns, they have started to light up. And amidst the lighting up, you start to see arcs of just energy jolting from one to the other to the other to the other to the other. Like they're forming like this square.
Is it like arcing from one to the next, or is it becoming like a chain?
All of the above. Like
Okay.
it starts out with the top left connecting to the top right, and then the top right connecting to the bottom right, then just forming a square, and then
Okay.
they all just start. Then the X forms in the middle as the bottom left and the top right connect. Like they're just all something was activated. And at that point, we're gonna wrap up the session at that moment of something activating.
Oh man, y'all gonna get us all dead and we're not even there yet.
Well, I mean, technically, Price is closer to whatever this thing is. All right, so first things first, let's get the inspiration out of the way, because I know a few of y'all's use them. So we'll start with top of the order. Actually, let's start from the bottom. I usually go from top to bottom. Let's go bottom to top. As far as Discord is concerned, so Price.
I'll go with Bald for the banish spell, and getting rid of that big guy. That was pretty awesome. Not knowing what was going to happen and
Okay.
creating a tear in time and space that connected to the astral sea.
All right, involved.
Let me see. I will vote. Kalia, because everybody else kind of left me.
I mean, what do you mean everyone else left you? When did that happen?
You guys had left a long time ago and were running off.
Was it our fault? I was talking to
And
the
then-
fucking giant guy.
I know, but that was so. Then I was, and then Max always runs away. So that was
Yeah.
expected.
I come back when the danger's gone.
I know.
All right, Kaito.
How about Max? I feel like they might have bonded a little. I don't know. Either that or it's one heck of a bamboozle happening. Who knows? Am I being heckin' bamboozled? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
And Max.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna vote for Kaido for the little RP bonding moment we had. Getting to know each other, blaming you for me not being able to go home.
It's like, I don't think retrieving the cloak would have helped.
I definitely would not have, but I'm like, tie this around you and jump through the portal. The idea was if you made it to the other side alive, then I was gonna jump too.
And
if you
I don't
didn't-
know you'd need to go home, but I could probably send you home.
Yeah.
I mean, we did discover that he can open a portal to the astral sea. So we'll just have to come back here and
Well,
blow up another one of those things,
we-
and then you got a
we-
portal.
We might uncover. He might, if Max goes with me later, he might uncover this because I have a plan.
Oh. I don't
I
like
also have
plans.
a bag of
Plans
holding
always
if
fail.
we need it. We can get a
Oh, yeah,
second
there you
one. We're in
go.
business.
Yeah, if we had a second bag of holding, just toss that bad boy into one of those things.
It's got all my stuff in it. That's why I didn't want to toss that. And then I thought, well, maybe the robes will work.
Man, I'd let this world burn, but it has all my stuff on it.
Yeah, I've got like 2,000 gold worth of stuff. I'm not gonna throw that in the portal. The world, who needs it? Stuff.
And it probably wouldn't have reacted anyway.
I think the bag of holding would have. It was just because the robe's like one way, right?
But it just opened up a rift to the astral plane. Like
One
it wasn't-
creature, yeah.
I was hoping to make it. Yeah,
Which also has
Basically
consequences.
a portal didn't really go to like another plane or whatever. Exactly, like the other thing.
All right, so then, Kalia.
I also vote for Vald for basically ripping open a portal into the astral sea because that was pretty epic. And yeah, got rid of the big bad, and that was some like it. And it seemed
I
like
feel
it
like we
made
could have taken him.
Well, maybe.
No,
But either way,
we
it was-
definitely could have taken him. My
Yeah,
last
but you
encounter
guys
with the
weren't
giant thing
anywhere.
was-
You, our strongest member, was not anywhere around. So the fact that we were the ones getting suddenly chased down by this thing, or it was
I
like
wasn't that far away, especially for Kaido.
I mean-
It wasn't far away at all.
you were farther away from us than it was from us. So I like his solution.
Well, like I said, for Kaido,
Well,
I was not far
the
away
big-
at all.
Well,
That's
the
true,
tricky,
you are-
bad dude
The trick-
inadvertently. So yeah, Vol didn't banish the big bad dude. The big bad dude got himself trapped, and then
Right.
Vald got rid of him.
and that sparked my like, oh,
So we would have fought the big dude anyway. That dude was charging Vald. It's not like, I think that was just I personally, I think that was just a really funny thing that ended up happening just by chance. The
And I'm
shadow
not
thing
criticizing
was
you guys for, for exploring. I'm just saying, I think
no, I get
what
what you're
happened
saying.
was pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
I was I guess commenting on what Kaito was saying because I agree we would have fought that thing and probably killed it, but I just think it's funny that by happenstance it charged into the
Right.
same thing that Max charged into to get itself trapped, and then Vault was like, "Well, I could."
Well, I thought I was gonna
banish
get
it
just
too.
hammered, and
Yeah.
then it
No, I
thought it
sparked
was
an interest.
awesome.
Like, oh, it went to a
It was
different
very
plane. I
creative,
can
and
do
it
the
worked,
same
yeah.
thing.
It didn't have a hammer. It had a great club. So yeah, you would have gotten clubbed. You'd have gone clubbing.
Yeah, I just wanted to
You,
go
In
you,
club.
you avoided going clubbing? What's this, man? You can't date him, Kalia. He won't even go
I'm-
clubbing.
I think his idea of clubbing was more baby seal, less,
He's-
boonch,
he's
boonch,
just
boonch.
he's just too young. They won't even let him in the door.
Right?
Although you never know, he could have run up and been like, "Guys, we're starting a dance party." You never know.
Yep, you never
Have we
know
ever
now.
tried to
He's
solve any of our quarrels by dancing?
Max
Well,
did.
We don't know what happened to him. He could have gone to another plane
And had a dance
and
party.
is just
Probably
still stuck.
dancing
How
right
quickly
there.
they forget the cha-cha slide. It just happened.
No,
He is
I'm
cha-cha
trying to think.
sliding.
I'm saying all
and
of us,
in his
like as
To
a
the
group,
window, to the wall.
fucking dance instead
I
of fight.
kind of love this idea. I think we should
You know-
try it.
You really want to see a centaur dance?
You know, that's one
Yeah.
of the new
Mhm.
Bard
Yeah, now
classes
you
in
say
the
it, I do.
2024 rules. It's the College of Dance, and you use
You have
martial
to
arts
do
to like
that to
spin
get
dance.
Oh, dude,
I mean, I've seen some of
we should
those
try it.
those
Also-
horses do like the show stuff, and that's
Also,
pretty
Kendra, don't forget it's against the
pretty
wind.
interesting.
Dressage? You mean
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
worst part of the Olympics?
No, not that. Like the
Dressage
actual
Olympics,
ones
and this-
doing
It's
like the
amazing.
weird, like the back, like doing sideways stuff, and
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's
Is that
an
dressage?
event. Yeah, it's dressage, and it's
Yeah,
an
yeah, it
event
has some horse
in the
dancing.
fucking Olympics.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
Dude, it's not when you're watching it, and that's the only thing that's. It's anyway. I digress. I went to a family dinner,
You have
and we were
to
there for like
stop?
2 hours, and the only thing that was on every TV was dressage,
Oh
and
no.
we couldn't. First 30 minutes, we were just like, "This is painful," and then we just couldn't really stop appreciating how, we were just making jokes and stuff, and I mean that very sincerely because it's a great sport. It takes a lot of effort and determination and
Like, look at these
Sarcasm.
japs.
It's actually pretty challenging. I
Oh,
learned
100%.
dressage back in the day.
Yeah, the hardest part with dressage is that the rider is supposed to look like they make no movements.
Right, exactly.
Speaking of no movements, so it sounds like Vold's getting the inspiration.
okay.
Yeah, so I got that scene.
Man, if only Kalia would have priced, it would have been a tie, and then we all could have gotten one.
Alrighty. Nope. All right. So, with that being said, so, next week. Let me hydrate. Weird. So, next week. So, what's people's plans for next week? Actually, let me wrap up the stream real quick. So with that, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We do this every week. at about 5:30. We started a little late due to tech issues, but you know, it happens. I gotta discuss what we're gonna do next week because next week is Christmas. So we're gonna figure out if we have enough people for a game next week. If not, I might still be able to do like a one shot, like a holiday one shot special or something. Depending on who we have and what have you. But yeah, to that, I don't want to keep them too long after, so I'm gonna wrap up here. Like I said, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. For y'all of you on the Ubles Tubles, feel free to drop by Cube222 on Twitch. Um, Tomorrow, be back at it. Probably at 6 again, back to the normal schedule. Probably more Path of Exile, but just at a normal schedule. I might start early. We'll see. I've stumbled across a build that I might like just upon happenstance of just tinkering with things. Anyway, I believe that being that, hopefully to catch you again next time. And if not, if you're just around for the D's and D's, then maybe next week. And if not, I hope you have a wonderful holiday or celebratory day or just day. You know what? Just have a good day. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Peace.